Hi. Thank you so much for joining me. It is currently 4:45 a.m. and I can't go back to sleep. The past 3 weeks, I have been getting to sleep at a very decent hour, meaning 10:30, 11:30, sometimes 8:30 p.m. and waking up exactly 3 hours later, which is a great nap. But when I'm hoping to sleep the entire night through and then I don't, the next day does not prove to be very productive for me. And that's quite literally been my life for the past 3 weeks. I have not been sleeping well. I don't get back to sleep after that 3-hour nighttime nap of sorts until about 7, 8, 9 a.m. Sometimes 10 a.m., sometimes 11 a.m. In Ireland, it gets dark in the wintertime around 4:30, especially towards this time of year. The darkness begins to fall earlier and earlier and earlier until finally it gets dark at about 4:30. I think we're about there right now. Maybe it's 4:45 p.m. This happened to me last year as well, where my body's sleep schedule completely reversed. And I was completely unable to find a way to get it back. And unlike last year, this year, I don't have the, how do I phrase that? I don't have the ability to completely reset my body clock and just stay up an entire day to reset it, because I need sleep a lot. I'll perhaps go into more detail soon, maybe in a month or two, but I've found some things out about my health that do require me to sleep as much as possible. And it's not anything serious, I don't think. And I would love to tell you about it more right now, but I'm not going to, because I want everything to be fully confirmed. It's not really a big deal. I just got some results back from a physical exam that I took, that I had a few weeks ago, and had a lot of blood work done and got some results back. Some expected, some not entirely expected, but nothing that puts me in imminent danger, so it's all good. But yeah, I have had to prioritize my health above making videos. And my very erratic video schedule the past few months, the past several months, has probably shown to a few of you that I don't consider ASMR videos a priority. And I've gotten quite a few messages from worried viewers, some very kind and concerned, some a little pushier than I would like, But I know that they don't know the full story, and so I understand that they really appreciate what I do and they just want to see more. So that's incredibly flattering and humbling, but also intimidating and terrifying because I don't want to let anyone down. I'm tapping a little bit on my phone because the cover is incredibly tingle-inducing for me. Hopefully it will be for you as well. I didn't set up my binaural microphones. This is my studio mic. It is a condenser mic. It's for voiceovers primarily, so this audio will be in mono, not stereo or binaural. But I hope that for this update video that will be sufficient for you and your ASMR inclined ears. So I want to give you a little bit of context. I don't expect you at all to follow every single thing that I do. If you did, I would be a little worried, but most of you don't, and that's great. And even for those who do, I consider that to be flattering as well. But what I meant was if you don't follow my Instagram or if you don't follow my Facebook page or my personal ASMR Facebook profile, you will have a better understanding. You will have a better understanding of how this year has been for me. But if you haven't, I want to give you just a tiny bit of context so that you can know why my erratic video schedule has been such. So I got engaged last year. Oh yeah, we're gonna start even before that. I moved to a different country last year in June. In July, I got engaged. In December, I went back to visit my family in Texas. That's where I live. That's where I used to live and where I will live again sometime soon. I got married this May. During that time, my daddy was diagnosed with cancer, skin cancer. So it wasn't terribly serious. Cancer is always somewhat serious, but it was very treatable. But in the midst of planning a wedding 5,000 miles away from where the wedding was going to be held, there was a lot of work as my husband is not a U.S. citizen, and we had to figure a lot of stuff out as far as how we were exactly getting married in Texas while being in Ireland and all that. And also finding out the day before my birthday earlier this year that my dad was diagnosed with cancer. It's a lot on a girl, y'all. I have to tell you, it's a lot. It's a big toll. And I didn't even have a very big wedding. I'm not one of those people that had a dream wedding planned completely by the time I was 15. It was pretty spontaneous, not spontaneous, but it was very loosely planned, and I did that kind of on purpose because I tend to be very meticulous and very perfectionistic about anything that I envision ever. So when I was planning my wedding, I thought, nope, I am not going to do that. I am not going to become one of those bridezillas. So if you would like more information on my wedding, I made a video a while back about it, so that's not the point. So yes, after my wedding, we had to postpone our honeymoon so I could stay while my daddy got surgery done for his cancer. And so I stayed away from my husband, who I had just married. And that may sound, spoiled to some of you, I guess, because I had already been living with him for a year. However, I am fairly traditional in my views, in that even if I live with someone, there's one giant thing that doesn't take place. So when I got married, I was finally able to do that giant thing. No, I should definitely cut that out. Yeah, I was a virgin until I was married, y'all. Anyway, I had to postpone my honeymoon so that I could stay with my daddy while he got surgery. And then I came back to Ireland after it went well. I stayed in the hospital with my daddy for 2-3 days. And because my brothers all work, so it was nice for me to be there and to take him to the hospital and stay with him. And he's a little bit hard of hearing, so I had to kind of, translate what the nurses were saying so that he'd understand, or so that he'd hear. He's not dense, he's just very hard of hearing. And he said all kinds of really funny things in the hospital. It was so funny. Like, he came to visit me last September in Ireland, and when he was high on his medication, he told my brother that there were walking lanes in Ireland for people on their cell phones. And that is not true at all. I have no idea where he came up with that. Oh, he's such a goober. I love him so much. He's just the silliest man. He's inspired so many funny stories. I digress. All of this to say, it's been a really chaotic year. In July, I went on my honeymoon, and then in September, I came back to Texas for my cousin's wedding, and then right after that, I went to my husband's family where he lives. And then I came back, and it's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year. My daddy is cancer free. I found that out about a week ago, so that is incredible. So many things are looking up, and I found out some potentially amazing news that I'm going to hold off on until I'm ready in due time. But all of that has definitely impacted my current mental and emotional and physical health. And on top of that, there is this dog that barks at night all the time, every 10 minutes. I tried to make 2 videos earlier this year, and one was about sleep remedies. I tried to film that in March of this year, and you would not want to see the footage from that because I was not very happy with that dog. And so I'm trying to find an alternate filming space for me. The problem is that these past 3 weeks I have been extremely, extremely tired. I have really low iron levels, right? So I'm quite anemic. I've been anemic since I was 19, and there just doesn't seem to be any end in sight. And with some other health things that have arisen, I am extremely tired all of the time. And I have a very big lack of motivation because of an amalgam of reasons that I have partially explained to you. And so I am at quite a standstill with my video making. And I really hope that it is that I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and that I will be, I don't know if you can hear my husband snoring in the other room. I just heard it just now. Maybe the mic won't be able to pick up on it. I can dream. But yes, it's been quite a lot of different things to think about. There are some badass content creators in this community, you guys. So I'm trying desperately not to compare myself to them, because there's one content creator lady that I respect a lot who makes videos no matter what is happening in her personal life, and I respect that so hard. But I'm not that person yet, and I hope that I will be eventually. I have to discipline myself to begin to multitask and to fight the tiredness, fight the sleepiness, and move my stuff to this alternate filming space that I've been wanting to do for the past 2 weeks that I haven't done yet. So, all of this to say that I really hope that you can bear with me just a little while longer while I attempt to figure out another obstacle that is in my way, because I miss making videos so much. A lot of times I get comments from viewers who say that I'm so generous to take the time to make videos. But I really don't think that most of you understand that this is a complete give and take relationship. I am not being as generous as you think I am. I get so much confidence from you, and I get in higher spirits from reading your messages and delightful comments and stories. And I'm incredibly lucky to have stumbled upon this community. I have at least 40 or 50 ideas for videos. And you might remember that I attempted to do a monthly theme a while back. I think it was actually November of last year when I started. That didn't work out so well because of my erratic video schedule. But I'm really hoping that once this alternate filming space works out and I get everything moved over there, it's a room above my husband's office, and it's significantly quieter there. There is a mosque that is beside it, and they do nightly prayers. However, I don't think that they do their prayers late into the night. If I have any Muslim viewers, I would love to know. I've been trying to do research on Islam and like what the schedule is, so I can attempt to make a video schedule or a filming schedule around the prayer times, but I haven't come up with anything yet. But I'm sure that just like churches and synagogues, the mosques they have their own events and stuff. Anyway, I'm digressing once again. I'm trying. I'm trying not as hard as I want to try, but I am trying. I'm also procrastinating, and I'm also not disciplined enough, and not as disciplined as I would like to be in regards to making content. And I thought about a while ago making a video schedule, like a Tuesday is the day that I upload videos onto my channel. I thought about that for about 2.5 seconds before I realized that that's never how I'm going to be. The motivation strikes me and I make a video. That's all there is to it. And that's how I'm going to stay. I have some viewers who really get into the marketing side of things and tell me, you have to put out a video once a week or people are going to forget about you. I don't think so. I think that viewers are a lot more loyal than that, particularly in the ASMR community. And if they do unsubscribe because I don't post videos as often as they would like, that's okay. I do not want to make this a job. I don't want to look at it as a job. It is, however, a lot more fulfilling than any old hobby, and it does give me some monetary rewards, which is very helpful because I don't have a car here, and the bus system here is a bit unreliable. That's what I've heard. It hasn't been too terrible for me, but I don't currently have a job outside of my home in Ireland, and part of that is because I go home or I travel quite frequently. In January, it's going to slow down a lot because I'm probably not going to go anywhere for several months, so I might try and find a job then. Sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes. Can you hear that? But I don't ever want to look at making ASMR videos as a job. I don't. And the plan is to not. I get money that I usually put back into my channel. The donations always go back to putting back into my channel. New equipment, new camera lenses, upgraded sound or upgraded software. But it almost always goes back. Oh, props. Props is a huge amount of money. I mean, it definitely builds up after a while, so I think a lot of viewers don't realize that. So yeah, all of that stuff costs money. Oh yeah, and sound. I have this sound board thing. No, it's open-celled acoustic foam that I just bought. So things build up and they cost money. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm definitely not trying to ask for anything because I've gotten a lot of generous donations from viewers and I'm so incredibly grateful. My point was that this is better than a job, and I don't ever want to make it seem like a job, or else I think I'll get burnt out and I will start to resent making videos because I feel like it's a job. Anyway, I never want it to feel like that. Even if I actually get up to making 1 or 2 videos a week, I will never view it as a job because this is so much more than a job to me. So, I hope that provides you a somewhat decent explanation for my erratic video schedule. For some of you, it just might sound like a whole lot of excuses, and that's okay. Some of them probably are. The dog barking may seem like an excuse to some of you, but if you've ever made a video, if you're in the middle of making a video and you're trying to have your zen and something keeps interrupting you, it is not very conducive to creating a video for relaxation. And that's the other thing. I can't make a video when I'm not relaxed. So when it dog is barking or the wind is howling constantly, and I constantly have to interrupt my flow to wait for it to pass, it can get very frustrating. And then I become unrelaxed. And I'm sorry, maybe some of you can make a video and fake the zenness of it all, but I cannot. I have an overly expressive face, and you can definitely tell when I am not relaxed, and it is not pretty. So, I've been talking for a long time. Maybe I have put you to sleep. I hope so. Yeah. I got this new app just a few days ago called Smule, and it is essentially an interactive karaoke app where you can sing songs and you can sing duets so that other people can collaborate with you. And you can also join in on other people's songs who have sang duets so that you can sing the other part and collaborate with them. It is so much fun. So my name on Smule is Accidentally Grace, except there's no I in accidentally. So ACCDENTALLYGRACE. Oh, and I got a Twitter too. I'm just entering all of the social media realms that I am not used to, but it's exciting. And I'm hoping that I can connect with even more of you through Twitter and Smule. I think that's it, though. Facebook, Twitter, Smule. Is that it? Instagram. My gosh. I've become a social media fiend, and I didn't even know it. Oh, also YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Oh, no, I have a Pinterest as well. My goodness, you guys. My goodness. I'm just all about the social media. Anyway, this mule thing has been super fun, and I sang I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. I sang thrift shop and my little baby voice. I don't know if any of you have ever heard that voice before, but I pretty much speak at least 25% of every day in this voice. And some people think it's really creepy. Some people think that it's amazing. I personally like those people that think it's amazing a lot more than the people who think it's creepy, but that's okay. And I've sang a lot of Disney songs. I sang Under the Sea and He Lives in You and A Whole New World and Something There from Beauty and the Beast. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. Okay. I think that is all I am gonna say today in this very long and drawn out update video. I'm sorry if it was too much information for you, but I really was getting some messages of concern from viewers who were afraid that I had left forever, and I'm like, guys, it's only been 3 weeks. I've been on a 2-month hiatus before, but it's pushing a month, and I can't stand when I've gone 2 weeks without making a video. And then the more I go without making a video, the more I'm drawn away from it slowly and slowly. And that's not what I want to be. I don't want to be drawn away from it. It's just what happens when even with something you love, when you're procrastinating and keeping away from it from a time, it can get harder and harder to get back into it. But once you do, it feels so good. So hopefully I will jump back into it very soon after this update video. Have a wonderful, restful, peaceful day or night. And I hope that I will join you again sometime soon. Take care.